got Patrol.
Aldrich Arena as the two teams which met in last year's quarterfinal, which led in heartbreak for the Bears and victory for the Titans. They'll do battle again here tonight with a trip to the section final on the line. Alongside Sam Erickson, I'm Alex Westad, and Sam, we have an interesting matchup here tonight.
We sure do, Alex. You mentioned it. These two teams met in this tournament a year ago. Tartan actually winning that one. That was when White Bear was a 3 seed. Tartan was a 6 seed. These teams have moved forward a little bit this year with White Bear Lake, the #1 seed, Tartan the 4 seed. We got a heck of a matchup. This is one of the deepest sections in the state, so it should be a great night of hockey.
As you look in front of you, the standings, Tartan appear there in the middle of the pack, but they were near the top of the Metro East Conference.
Yeah, you know, it's a really strong conference, a mix of 1A and 2A schools. You got Matamina there as a 1A school, very good, near the top, but St. Thomas, Hill Murray, these are teams that are in the state tournament year in and year out, so this Tartan team is definitely battle-tested from that difficult conference.
And White Bear Lake so close atop the Suburban East were it not for a loss to Cretin-Durham Hall.
Yeah, you see that there, Cretin-Durham Hall only with the 2 ties in conference. White Bear Lake, unfortunately, the 1 loss, that was to Cretin-Durham Hall, albeit a close game, 5-4 back on January 20th. But White Bear Lake able to get this #1 seed because Cretin and White Bear don't share the same section.
You see there the Section 4AA bracket so far. White Bear defeating Roseville 4-2 as the face-off is dropped. We are underway. And Tartan rather defeating Mounds View 2-1 in triple overtime. Both of those games on Saturday as we join you here live at Aldrich Arena. Puck on the boards, Hampstead can play it behind as it goes to the far half wall. Jenrich first to it for the Bears. Up ahead to Carroll now. Long stretch pass through the center for Hampstead. Hampstead slows it up, shot and a save. Lost briefly, but held on to by Pagansky, and will get a face-off.
And Bennett Pagansky in net again. He was in net last year in that quarterfinal matchup. That was a 1-0 victory for Tartan. So the shutout for Mr. Pagansky as a junior. He's back. Probably something you don't want to see if you're the Bears.
Of course, perfect last year in the section game against Mounds View. 1 goal against, 26 saves for Pagansky. As a face-off won here by Tartan. Held in the zone, though, before it briefly leaks out. A 2-on-2 rush as Bolin tried to chip it around the defense. Onto that far side, Bill lost it. Gets back to Bolin now. In their own defensive zone, Tartan can reset. McDonald tried to cut back through center. Lost the handle of the puck. Billy Rose tried to play it further. Connor McMurtry now has it, but offsides is called, and we'll get a face-off coming here in the neutral zone.
Yeah, Alex, you touched on it briefly. We didn't get a whole lot of chance to talk about it, but it was a triple overtime win for Tartan. It was on Saturday. We got to wonder how that's going to affect them coming into this one. These guys are pretty young, though, and got the adrenaline flowing. So, you know, a couple days rest, maybe they're doing okay.
Face-off won by the Bears again. They'll send it into the attacking zone. It can be played behind the goal now by Caleb McDonald, the senior. 2 goals, 3 assists, a shot, save, score! Sam Verkerke, 1-0 White Bear Lake.
Well, we mentioned Pagansky didn't get beat last year. I had a feeling it wouldn't be the same story here in this one. Tartan's a team that can score a lot of goals, but they give a lot of them up. We thought it'd be a high-scoring game last year in the quarterfinals. Wasn't so, but right now we got a quick goal.
Well, a great setup there, and it's Sam Newpower that gets the goal, rather. As you can see, Newpower left alone in the slot. Just a quick little wrist shot on there. It beats Pagansky.
Yeah, this White Bear Lake team played Roseville in their quarterfinal matchup, got behind in that one 2-0, a team that they beat twice in the regular season by a combined 12-2 score. So if you're White Bear Lake, you love seeing that first goal in go for your side.
Well, the puck back in aggressively on the White Bear Lake side of things. It can be chipped out further. Carroll will hold it in, send it behind for Jenrich. Down up to the point now. Klein holds it in there. Collision there as Jenrich tries to send it around. It can go to the corner where Olsen will play it for Tartan. Down and further, Hampstead left and alone. Centering pass in front, looking for Carroll. Loose. Score! Austin Carroll gets on the board. 2-0 Bears.
And it's a dream start for White Bear Lake. You know, Alex, I had a feeling after last year, after the really slow start against Roseville, kind of my sources telling me that the White Bear Lake players came into that Roseville game sort of thought that it was a foregone conclusion that they were going to win that one. Wasn't so. They had to sweat it out a little bit and end up getting a 4-2 victory with the empty netter goal. But right there, get the 2-0 lead, and this is exactly what they want. You know, they want to prove that they're the better team. They want to, you know, stay on that gas pedal and keep going here, but it's a great start for White Bear Lake.
Well, the puck goes behind the net. Pagansky will go out and flip it ahead. On the season for Pagansky, 2.15 goals against. Already at that in this game. Here's Blake Meister now, taking the puck down to the half wall, further behind the goal line. Tied up in the corner, looking to extend the play are the Bears. Can be played now by the Titans behind their own goal. Pinching down senior Dan Lyons to play it. Still held in. Pagansky has to make a pad save. All the way back to Ollis now at the blue line. Betts will play it now for Tartan, chipsing it further back behind. Derek Olson now, the junior, 1 goal, 8 assists on the season. The puck played in the officials' circle, tied up along the two sides, dumped back in. Juremovic will have to play the puck for the first time in this game here, Sam.
Yeah, Juremovic not having to do too much. You know, that was one thing that White Bear Lake coming into this season lost their senior goaltender Parento from a year ago. So a little unsure of how they were going to replace him. Did a little bit by committee, but Juremovic starting this one has very good stats on the year. We'll get into that a little bit later.
Down behind the net, Solheim will play it. A check from Bill sends him down. So to get up is Solheim as everybody looks for a call. We'll get one there. I believe it'll be Chase Bill going to the box.
Yeah, looking like Bill came in. See what they'll get him with here. And for White Bear Lake, that's something you don't want. Getting out to that early lead. Got 2 goals here in the first 3 minutes. But now you're going to be down a skater and give Tartan a chance to get some back.
Now the officials will talk about it here. We'll wait to see what they put up on the board. It will be Chase Bill taking a seat. In that quarterfinal round, there were some questions with the officiating on both sides. Looks like they'll put up a 2-minute major. Kind of surprising based on the direction and the way that the player fell into the boards.
Number 26, Chase Bill.
Yeah, so just going to be a 2-minute penalty still early on. Surprised that maybe the referees didn't get a little harsher there to kind of quell things here early, but we'll see. Get our first look at Tartan on the power play.
Betts walking in, Phantom the shot goes back now. Bolin outside by Juremovic. First shot on goal for Tartan here, almost 3 minutes into the game.
We said this Tartan team can put him in the net. Nick Bolin, senior, with 22 goals, 20 assists, 42 points on the year. He's not the only one for this squad either.
On the season, the Bears on the penalty kill, 88.1%, and for Tartan on the power play, very potent, 27.8%. The puck can be played near on the half wall. 2-on-2 aside between the Bears and the Titans. 2-0 if you're joining us late. Quick goals by Sam Newpower and Austin Carroll give White Bear Lake this 2-0 lead. As Betts will start the breakout back behind his own net. Pass on the far side. Bolin through neutralized to Thompson. Thompson skating in. Has a good shot and a good save by Juremovic. That's a little pushing and shoving after the fact.
Thompson, another one of those goal scorers for this Tartan team. This Tartan team had a lot of seniors on the squad a year ago. One of the reasons they were a dangerous team, a lot of teams, or a lot of people, I should say, thought they might pull an upset. A lot of seniors, you know, they rebuilt and have a lot of seniors on this squad as well.
We might have a short end chance here as Hamstad picks the puck up in the defensive zone around one. Score! Chase Hamstad, and it's 3-0.
And everything going right for the Bears. This will be an interesting replay here as Hamstad, I'm not sure if he wanted to put it through the 5-hole or he just wasn't able to get the puck back onto his stick. Not the right replay there, but it looked like it kind of just slipped off Hamstad's stick, went between the legs of Pagansky and into the back of the net. I don't think Hamstad was going for it, but I think he'll take it.
We'll get a timeout by the Titans here. Already down 3-0 after less than 4 minutes of play. As we'll take a look at that Section 4AA bracket here again. Again, 2 close games for both of these teams coming into it.
And, you know, take a look at that Tartan matchup on Saturday, 3 overtimes. You got to wonder how that's affecting things here. I don't think it's too much of that. I think White Bear Lake is just coming out really hot, really determined here, and you can tell as they got 3 goals to the good on the scoreboard.
So if you're Coach Cole Leitch on the Tartan bench, what's your message to your team being down 3-0?
You know, it's still early. That's the one benefit. Can't get a whole lot worse from here. So, you know, we've kind of seen the worst. I think we need to regroup, just kind of chip away at it. Hope to get 1, maybe 2 back before the end of the period. Still 13 minutes to go. So that's a very long time. Just little by little, don't let them get any more. And hope for the best as the game goes on.
Face-off coming after the goal by Hamstead here. 3-0. The Bears lead this one. 1 minute and 11 seconds left on the roughing minor to Chase Bill. 13:70 to go here in the first period.
That's something else I would say, Alex, for Tartan. Let's not make any mistakes that hurt ourselves. Let's not spend time in the penalty box. You see White Bear Lake just getting the shorthanded goal. Let's not let things like that happen. Let's take advantage when we have the advantage.
Right, here's Betts and the Titans looking to get on the scoreboard. It'll be Bolin looking to play the puck up further. On the boards, O'Brien had it, now to Klein. Further back into the Tartan defensive zone where Jake Betts can play it. Betts looking to start a rush up ice. Skates it here on the near side. He'll dump it in as the puck carriers will chase. Yurimovich played it behind his own net. Puck sent out the length of the ice with 40 seconds left to go on this man advantage for Tartan. Here's Betts picking it up again. Off the stick there of Meister. Further up ahead, a collision and a good check between 2 skaters. Little extra shove on the boards as Tartan holds the zone. Centering pass in front, great shot there, goes wide as that was Bouchard coming in to play it. Further along the boards, back to the blue line now. Shot on, doesn't hit. Thompson tried to get another shot off. Meister chipped it off the boards. It can be cleared out where McMurtry will play it now through center. McMurtry trying to get through the puck, and Pagansky will have to come out and play that one. We'll get another face-off.
Good little spell there to kind of almost close out the power play for Tartan, getting some nice shots in on net and showing some danger, showing that they are a threat to score. That's another thing I would tell this team. They can put some pucks in the net, so being behind 3-0, not a terrible thing for a team like Tartan.
5 seconds left to go on the minor penalty to Chase Bill. Another tough play on the boards, and that'll be another penalty upcoming to White Bear Lake.
Yeah, and that is before the first penalty expired to Chase Bill. And it looks like it's going to be number 21. That's Nate Wilkie heading to the bench. White Bear Lake, you know, you do have that 3-goal lead, but like I said, it is very early. Let's not lose our heads too quick, and especially with 2 seconds to go on 1 power play. And I understand you want to show some physicality, you know, show some presence here, but got to keep it within the rules.
Face-off won by the Bears. Millard will send it down the length of the ice. That's Millard, rather. As once again now back to being 1 man down as White Bear Lake. A successful first penalty kill. Play will be kept alive as Marshall On will go in to get to it for Tartan. Played along the boards down low behind the goal line. It can be played out. Millard will spend it the length of the ice once again. Pagansky gathered the puck. Can be picked up now here at the half circle where Caleb McDonald can play it. McDonald looking to start play up ice. Pass on that far side, picked up by his brother McDonald. Pass goes in the length of the ice. Millard will get to it again for White Bear Lake, sent out the length of the ice. Bolin couldn't stop it, and Pagansky also couldn't stop it behind his own net. McDonald for Thompson. Again, Thompson the hero on Saturday night. The game-winning goal against Mounds View to send Tartan to the section semifinal as the Titans look to make their first Section 4 AA championship. The puck lost, uncontrolled. Thompson gives a check on Lyons along the board. Can be played further now where O'Brien and McDonald will play for it. Puck held down and low back to the blue line. Betts, great pass for Bolin. Kick save. Yurimovich. Puck doesn't reach as a shot by Thompson is fanned on. And the puck will be clear the length of the ice. 30 seconds and counting left to go on this minor.
Yeah, big save from Yurimovich there. As Bolin, one of the leading scorers on this Tartan team, had a good shot. Not sure if Yurimovich had a great look at it. Got a pad to it, made the save.
Shots on goal 6-4 in favor of White Bear Lake at the present moment. A close game in that statistic, however, they score 3-0 with White Bear Lake leading. Betsa's pass down and low was looking for the stick of Bertelson there. He played further, still kept alive. McDonald as he bears back to full strength. Wilkie out of the box. He played further up ahead. Klein tried to play it further to the corner. Battling with Thompson is Klein. Still battling with it, Thompson looking for Bertelson down and low. And the Bears can clear the puck up and look for some more insurance. Here's Chase Bill, the junior, looking for a shot blocked there by the Titans. Played now to the corner, down and low. Meister looking to center. Paganski's able to clear it back to the corner. Wilkie again down and low. And that'll be Betts to get there first for Tartan. Dangerously taking it in front of his own net there as it's turned over here. Hampstead has it. Hampstead waiting, tried to send it in front for Carroll. Gallatin down from the point to play it. Further in low, some great passing there. Comes back to Millard at the blue line. Millard a shot through, save, another save. It's in! Score! They're pointing at the net. It should be Hampstead's goal, his second of the game. And it's 4-0 White Bear Lake.
You saw it there, Alex, you mentioned it. All started with Betts skating it right in front of the goal crease. Got away with that, turned it over though a couple seconds later, and it stayed in the Tartan zone from there on out. And with this top line in for White Bear Lake, always dangerous. And Chase Hempstead not really D'd up too much in front of net, able to poke home that rebound, and you saw the official right there on the signal, and it's 4-0.
Well, an unexpected start for all in attendance here in this one. 4-0 is the lead as White Bear Lake takes the advantage in this one. As you hear the official announcement from the PA announcer, Kurt Posel, it is 4-0, and it'll be Hampstead's goal, his second of the game. And Tartan has to look for some way to respond here, Sam.
Yeah, they need to get one back. You know, the next goal after White Bear Lake went up 3 was a big one, you know, and them getting the 4th, it's even bigger that Tartan gets the next goal here. You just wonder where it's going to come from, and if these kids can keep their spirits as this one goes on, trailing 4.
And the puck down in the corner once again in the White Bear Lake offensive zone. Down and low can be played by Meister. Meister pinned up against the boards there by Maslowski. Play comes back to the outside. Blank trying to carry the puck up the ice. Blank with his first varsity goal Saturday. He scored the first one of that game against Moundsview as McMurtry can carry the puck through center. Into the attacking zone. McMurtry, fan on a pass, looking to keep it alive. Titans can flip it back out. O'Brien can send a shot on goal. It's picked up now by Bolin.
And how about that for Blank, getting your first varsity goal in the Section 4 2A tournament. Big stuff there, big spot player.
Bill now picking up the puck again. Shovel pass looking for New Power. New Power with a goal already in this one. Turns it over. Bill with a toe drag, trying to keep it alive, but Bolin gets to it for Tartan. Can be chipped back out. A nice chip there right on the boards by Klein for White Bear Lake. And down in low, Wilkie can play it. Looking onto that far side for Brady O'Brien as the defense will change for White Bear Lake. A turnover. It can be dumped in now by Tartan as Max Cashin, the sophomore defenseman. This Tartan team dressing 8 defenders in this game tonight, Sam. How does that look to you on paper?
Well, right now, if you're Tartan, I'd say not so good, as the defense hasn't quite been there. But, you know, I think knowing this White Bear Lake team, they knew that they have a great top line, offensive firepower. I think maybe the idea there is have fresher legs than the top line of White Bear Lake, so you can alternate in a lot of players. And you got to wonder how things might change here going in the next periods with this deficit.
Past the 10-minute mark now here, opening period, alongside Sam Erickson and Alex Westhead here, bringing you this Section 4AA semifinal match on the far side now. Here's Carroll, one of the Bears with a goal tonight. Millard. Cross-ice D-to-D pass for Gallatin. Further down and low for Hampstead. Millard can't hold the blue line. It'll trickle back out through to center where White Bear Lake can play it there. Long stretch pass looking too far. It'll be the defense of McDonald to play it there for Tartan. Down and low, Solheim will get it as the Titans look to change their lines and deep pairs up to try and create some sort of an offense. Down low, race to it. Thompson will take Millard into the boards. It can be played on that far side. A centering pass deflected off the stick of the skaters. A tough check there and a good one. As that's Maslowski making the play. We get an arm up. I believe that's an icing touch-up. No penalty there.
Well, no surprise, Alex. I kind of rewatched the quarterfinal matchup from last year before this game, and this White Bear Lake team today is much sharper than that game last year. You know, just really flat, didn't have it. You know, a couple bounces didn't quite go their way, or they just kind of whiffed on a couple right on the doorstep opportunities, and that is not the case tonight. I mean, you see the puck buzzing around tape to tape, and they've taken advantage of any you know, sniff of a chance out in front of goal.
Here's Meister picking up the puck, goes off the side of the net. No goal there as it's played down and further. Grant Hofeld, the sophomore, playing the puck, trying to move it further. It's picked up now by Bolin. Puck high into the air. Stick check there. Bolin can move with the puck. It's a 2-on-2 as he tries to get around the defensive Klein. Bolin cutting it back, far circle, looking to send it in front. Picked up now by Chase Bill. Bill turns it over. Held in on the blue line though. Thompson tried to deke it back. Klein can pick it up again for White Bear Lake as he'll skate through center ice. Klein sends it down in as they'll change lines. Be played now by Newpower in the corner. Newpower turned it over to Wilkie briefly before it's picked up by Tartan the other way. Here's Blank now. Blank is picked up now by Dan Lyons. Another hard check on the board. Physicality certainly a huge factor in this game here, Sam.
Yeah, Kistner getting in on a big hit, almost got checked from behind there, but got him on the shoulder, no call. And we'll keep skating until that icing.
We'll get that icing touch up here coming. 4:56 to go, opening period. Well, face-off will come to the left of the goaltender, Yurimovich. Perfect on saves tonight. 4 shots, 4 saves for the White Bear Lake senior.
Yeah, and Alex, the only time that we really saw Tartan put some consistent shots in on goals when they had that power play. Other than that, really haven't challenged Yurimovich at all.
Now the puck comes here on the near side. It goes back behind the goal where Gallatin will play it. Gallatin committed as a freshman to the University of Minnesota Duluth. Hamstad tried to pull it back, working in, tried to pass in front, looking to feed Jenrich, couldn't do so. Puck comes back out to center where Millard will play it. Gallatin now into the attacking zone. Tried to center a pass where Blank can pick it up for Tartan. A high check there on Jenrich as I think we'll get a hand pass or something that'll bring the puck into the Tartan defensive zone.
Boy, Alex, you mentioned Owen Gallatin committed to the Minnesota Duluth as a freshman. I think you can see why they're interested in his skills. You saw that pass to Chase Hempstead, hit him in stride, right on the tape on the blade. Fortunately, Hempstead, I think, getting a little too fancy there with that chance. Yeah, you're up 4, but anything can happen. And as we've seen both last year and this year, this Tartan team has a flair for the dramatic in this tournament. So I wouldn't keep them around. I don't feel comfortable even with a 4-goal lead.
Meister centering pass as Billy Rose is able to send it back in front. McMurtry has it, a nice check right in front of the net by the Tartan defense. That was Tyler Bushard with a great check. Delayed penalty call. It'll be another one here against White Bear Lake. And it'll send the Titans to their 3rd power play of this game.
Yeah, it's Blake Meister, 29, going in for the trip. I don't think that was too intentional. I think his stick kind of just dragged on the ice there. Maybe a Tartan player made the most of it. But a smart play, as Tartan's going to have the extra skater.
So the 3rd power play of the game coming up for the Titans. Face-off briefly controlled. It can be won now by the Tartan Titans as it goes to the corner, back to the blue line now for Betts. Waiting, finding a lane. Puck doesn't reach as it went off with the stick of one of the Titans. Played down and further now. McDonald has it for Thompson. It's Thompson working along the half wall, trying to feed it out. Goes past the stick of Betts. Aggressive forecheck there by Hamstad. As the Titans will re-enter the zone. Into the attacking zone, Justin Thompson. Centering pass, didn't reach, and a block shot there for Millard.
Boy, what a presence of mind to slide it over to him. You could hardly tell that he could see somebody. I think he just knew that one of his players might be there. Nice drop.
Well, here's Betts taking it up through the center of the ice. Thompson gives a check there. It's picked up by Bill. Trying to center it for Jenrich, couldn't do so. Puck goes down in the corner where Bolin has it. Dangerously, Bill applying pressure. And it'll be a 3-on-2 rush if the Titans can hurry. Puck a little bit too far off the stick there of Bertelson. A shot on goal, save. Another one goes wide through the blue paint in the air. Bolin can pick it up. Bolin looking for McDonald. McDonald time. He couldn't see the puck, but Uremovich able to send it over. Bolin with the puck again. Spinning. Trying to get it down and low. Couldn't handle the pass. It was Bertelson trying to send it in front. As it goes all the way behind. A couple of good saves. And again, Sam, as you mentioned, Tartan's only real offensive pressure has come when they've had the man advantage. Yeah, a couple nice saves there from Uremovich. Nothing troubled him too much. As, you know, with the lead, I think he's just content with making the comfortable save and was able to do so. Yeah, the only shots on goal we've really seen from this Tartan team has come with that power play and what has been a pretty much perfect period for White Bear Lake. I think the only thing you can point at that you don't like is there's been a couple penalties. I'll get a face-off coming to the left of Paganski. To be played further along now, finally won by the Tartan Titans. Further down the line, the goal line, as Tartan looks to set their breakout. Through neutral ice, cutting it back, a good stick check there by Gallatin. Gallatin taking it in, gets a shot on goal. Play can be kept alive. Down and low, Gallatin working in the attacking zone. Tied up nicely by Caleb McDonald for the Titans. Trying to dig out the puck down and low. There's Marshall on. And assisting for the Bears, that's Billy Rose. Puck still tied up, finally freed by Gallatin. Gallatin back to the blue line now where Meister has it. Meister trying to send it on. It's a race to the puck. Meister with some speed able to dump it back out. Held in nicely though by the Titans. Spinning, trying to center a pass. Shot didn't reach. We played in and some good stick checks there as the Bears successfully kill off their third penalty of this game. Into the attacking zone, Meister for Bill on the far side. Billy Rose rather tried to fan on that shot. This puck comes back out through center. Dan Lyons to pick it up now for White Bear Lake. Lyons off the board looking for Cooper Anderson. Trying to keep it further. Anderson playing the puck now. Lyons here in the last 60 of this opening period of play in the Section 4 AA semifinal. A matchup with the Hill Murray Pioneers or Stillwater Ponies awaits the winner of this one. Puck goes low behind the boards. McDonald can play it further up ahead as they're looking to keep play alive. It's touched by Chase Bill, and we'll get an offside touch-up, and the face-off will be in the defensive side of neutral zone for the White Bear Lake Bears. Yeah, not much to say if you're Tartan right now. I think you just want to get to the dressing room. You know, you hope you got 40 seconds, maybe you can get something in, but want to get to the dressing room, kind of talk some things over and just, you know, little by little get back into this one. Of course, if you're the Titans, one statistic that might interest you is that when you are trailing the first period in a hockey game this season, you win 6 out of those games. So 6-2 on the season were Tartan, so certainly something to build off of. Yeah, I mean, we talk about they can score it. They do give up a lot of goals, but they can score it. They had a player last year in Sam Lindahl, 53 points. They had to replace him. They did pretty much just fine with that, as Justin Thompson 50 points, Bolin with 42, and Grant McDonald 26. So a heck of a top line for Tartan as well. You know, this White Bear Lake top line gets so much attention, but Tartan not too shabby, and that's something that they're going to need production from that line big time with the next 2 periods of this game. Face-off one again by White Bear Lake as they'll look to keep play alive. Chipped all the way back down, trying to feed Jenrich, but too far for him. Going back to pick it up now is Caleb McDonald off the end boards. Bolin first to the puck, through the neutral ice, check down to Jenrich. As Tartan chips it off the boards looking for Bolin. Bolin, as I believe the puck went into the bench, and we'll get another face-off coming here. 10.6 to go in the first period. You mentioned the other semifinal, the Stillwater taking on Hill Murray. That'll be tomorrow night. So we will know after tomorrow night what this final matchup will be. We've had some good finals in this section the past couple years. I don't think this year is going to disappoint in that regard. With that, we'll get a whistle, and it'll be the end of the first period with White Bear Lake, Sam, surprisingly leading this one 4-0. Yeah, you know, I thought with how things started against Roseville, they came out a little flat. That game certainly didn't go the way they wanted to. They might come out flying a little bit here today. They certainly have, and they've got the lead, and everything's looking good for the Bears. Well, we will be right back with the start of the second period of play. This is your home for White Bear Lake and Tartan boys hockey on SEC Sports.
I thought the conversation just got dumber.
Ugh, internet trolls, just ignore them.
I like you just the way you are.
I believe in you. She's a hugger. Give her a squeeze.
Help up the hand.
Ah, there you go.
Thanks, mate.
You're killing it, Jane!
Listen. All it took was someone who would insist that I just try.
Suddenly, everything was turned around because they judge you.
You tell them, I don't need this.
No one is going to understand.
Unless they've been through it, how can they?
Then one day you realize
You feel so hopeless.
I need help. I need help.
You feel so hopeless.
Then one day you realize
Unless they've been through it, how can they understand?
I don't need this.
No one's going to judge you.
suddenly everything was turned around because they insist that I just try.
All it took was someone who would just
Listen.
Got a lot of good highlights for you on an all-new episode of Sports Path right here on SEC.
Yeah, it'll be action-packed, so get your snacks. We're out here covering all the winter sports, and it's coming to a close.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. A few teams have even ventured into the postseason this winter. We'll get you all caught up on that. Follow me. We're headed down the Sports Path.
Back the other way, trickles through and a score.
Ran out of ice, you know, he had a breakaway scoring opportunity.
And they score!
Back here at Aldrich Arena, start of the second period of play. 4-0, White Bear Lake leading, and tons of talking points to talk about here, Sam.
Yeah, there are. This one starting out hot. White Bear Lake in 2 goals right away in the first 2 minutes. Got 4 in the first period altogether. You see that lead, 4 goals on 10 shots, and we are just getting note that Joey DiMartino, I think, is going to start out net in the second period. That's a big talker for Tartan, with Paganski getting the shutout last year in the quarterfinals against White Bear, but not the same story here tonight.
Well, as we take a look at things, after the first period of play, Sam, the Titans have a record of 6-2-0 coming in when they are trailing in into the second period. And for the Bears, 15-3 when leading after one, but all 3 of their losses this year came when they were leading in that first period.
Yeah, pretty remarkable stat there that they had the 3 games that they lost on the year are games that they were leading after the first period. I think that shows you, Alex, how good this White Bear Lake team really is this year, that they were leading in any game that they lost. So in theory, they could have won all their games. So that's big. And, you know, another stat I was looking at coming into the second period is how this team scores. White Bear Lake, 5.28 goals per game, only giving up 1.48. That's an amazing stat line.
As you hear the announcement of Joey DiMartino getting the calling goal here. Paganski pulled after 4 goals on 10 shots against. Kind of something he had to do in that situation, Sam.
Yeah, tough luck for Paganski. You know, not his best night. I don't know if I would certainly wouldn't blame all those goals on him, but you could tell just a little off, and, you know, with the score being what it is, Tartan has to make some, you know, pretty dramatic moves here to try and do something to come back.
Well, the attempted shot blocked nicely by the Titans as they'll skate it back through the center of the ice bowl and tried to play it further ahead. Goes bouncing. DiMartino has to stop the puck wide of the net, and the Titans can pick it up. Skating through the neutral zone into the attacking zone. That's Max Cashin. Can be picked up now by Miller. Turn it over where Gallatin can play it. Owen Gallatin, long pass further up ahead. Connor McMurtry now with it. Shot and a save there by DiMartino, where it can be played now all the way back out where the Titans can take a look. Here's Brandon Blank in the attacking zone. Tried to deke around, a stick up high. This will result in a power play upcoming for White Bear Lake as Brandon Blank got the stick a little too high in the throat area of the Bears' Klein.
Yeah, and that's something you don't want if you're Tartan. You're hoping to get an early goal in the second period, not get a penalty. So we'll take a look, and yeah, bit of a careless play. Some frustration, I'm sure, there from junior Brandon Blank, but definitely hurting the team there, dropping him down a skater. We mentioned that goaltender change for Tartan. Not too uncommon for this team because Joey DiMartino actually does get quite a bit of ice time. So a team that plays 2 goalies pretty regularly.
Now we'll get a look here at the White Bear Lake power play. Very strong on the year. 23.1% on the power play, and the Titans 81.7 on the kill. Shot and a save there by DiMartino. It's picked up by Gallatin. Shovel pass further where Jenrich can play it. Down and low in the attacking zone. Jenrich shot saved by DiMartino. He lost it briefly. Still loose behind the net now. Hamstad has a chance to play it now. Left for Gallatin. Cross ice pass for Jenrich. Trying to set Carroll as the puck went wide. Puck still loose now. Gallatin quick moving here on the power play. Klein fanned on it. Can be cleared out. Almost held in by Klein. And the Bears will have to touch up.
Amazing passing there from White Bear Lake. You can see the experience that top line has. They've been playing together since sophomores here on varsity, and you can tell that.
Now it's picked up now as Gallatin will play it. That top line of Jenrich, Carroll, and Hamstad, dubbed the picnic line by coaches as they started out their careers in hockey in White Bear Lake. Wonderful article in the Star Tribune about that as part of the Minnesota Hockey Hub. As the puck can get played now in the corner, it's picked up by Billy Rose, the sophomore. He can play it down in low for the Bears. It's 3-on-3 aside as there's 42 seconds and counting left to go in this man advantage. As that was Alice trying to play it further for Wilkie. Wilkie's able to chip it in further. Goes back the length of the ice. Juremovich will have to stop it. That'll count as a shot on goal for Tartan. And one more rush up coming here for the Bears. Up ahead now, McMurtry through the center ice area. McMurtry on the far side trying to feed Wilkie. Wilkie, a shot and a good save there by DiMartino. It can get played now as his stick comes off. A nice block there by Brock Bertelson. He can make the play.
Sorry, Alex. Yeah, I think Wilkie just wasn't able to get that one off his stick in time. Just that extra split second. Didn't get the greatest shot. Goes wide. Nice pass again, though, getting him into the slot.
Well, a shot on goal there on the far wing. That's 5 shots on the period already for White Bear Lake compared to 1 for the Titans. And again, for White Bear Lake, a great start here to the second period.
Absolutely, and you see that top line skating back out there. You call them the big picnic line. You know, the reason for that, Alex, is Bears are none too kind to a picnic. It's kind of the thought process there. And boy, you can tell these kids, not only Carroll, Hempstead, and Jenrich, do they have the talent, but they have got some size out there. And as you can tell with the season White Bears had, that is a lethal combination.
Jenrich down and low, trying to feed for Jenrich there as he can pick it up now. Down and low behind the goal line. Try to push it further to keep possession in the zone. It can be picked up now by the Titans as that was Cashin down and low, playing with it. Further up now where Bolin can take it. Bolin, the senior on the year, 22 goals, 20 assists on the year. Tied up now into the attacking zone. Bolin dumps it further. Can be played now here by O'Brien. Trying to feed it further now. Hamstad already with 2 goals in this one. As it leaks back out through center where Cashin can play it again for the Titans. Onto the near side, played up, chipped in. As it goes all the way back, and the Tartan defense can change. Long stretch pass up ahead for Bill. Trying to shovel it now. Wilkie a chance. Goes over the shoulder of DiMartino, and he makes a great save. Wilkie now with the puck looking further for O'Brien. Centering pass looking for New Power again. Couldn't find it. Goes all the way back to O'Brien. Down and low. New Power has the puck trying to further it in the attacking zone. Comes back through center. Gallatin can play it. As even the Bears starting to switch their line combinations and defense pairings as well.
Yeah, and it seems like whoever's out there for White Bear right now seems to be gelling pretty well. I'm sure Coach Tim Sager would love to bottle this play right here and have it for the rest of the season or at any point. White Bear grooving pretty well, haven't put one in the net, but man, are looking dangerous here so far in the second.
Here's New Power shot on off the stick of Meister. Where we'll go now to the half wall. Played on that far side. I was looking for on. Down and further. Meister battling for it. First to the puck is White Bear Lake. It comes all the way back now to Gallatin. Cross ice pass looking for Millard. Shot on. Glove save there as it goes back to the corner. Rose tripped up. No whistle needed there. Gallatin Goes D to D, looking for Miller to try and send it further. Meister sends it further, looking for Miller, but too far. Comes back out through to center, and the Titans can change quickly. Here's Gallatin now. Try to dig around one. Meister gets knocked down. The Titans, Blank tries to get it. Meister with a big check on Blank. Blank grabs the stick. The play continues in the defensive zone for the Bears. Gallatin chip the puck up further. It's held in, and good night. That's a beautiful check there by Andrew Maslowski. Sends Grant Hofeld to the ice. Millard looking for Carroll now. Carroll further ahead on the far side, sends a shot over DiMartino. Goes to the half wall. First to it is Hamstad. Hamstad sent in further. Still in that far wall. Carroll has it. Maslowski without a stick trying to play it. Here's Jenrich now down and low. Jenrich tied up. The Titans look to reset the other way. Down and low, another check there on the stick of Ollis. As it goes now to the half wall. Here's Carroll rather for Jenrich down and low. Jenrich tried to get a pass on. A nice block there by Maslowski. 3 blocked shots already for the Titans here in this period. So far, much better defensively in front of their netminder in this period, Sam.
Yeah, not letting in the goals, but you know, Alex, I was just thinking about how White Bear Lake is almost playing better hockey here in the second period. Yeah, it doesn't show it on the scoreboard, but they're really creating a lot of chances. Had a couple pucks go their way. As we said, Paganski didn't have a great start to his night in the first period. I think some of those he probably saves most games. But White Bear Lake really passing the puck well here in period 2.
We'll get a face-off coming as a shot on. Had to be stopped by Juremovic. Juremovic perfect so far. Not the goaltender against Roseville in their quarterfinal game, but that's kind of been the system where they've been rotating the goalies all season.
Yeah, we talked about how Tartan sometimes rotates their goalie. DiMartino certainly has had a lot of experience, both senior goaltenders, I believe, for Tartan. One of the reasons behind that, both very capable. But White Bear Lake as well had replaced a great senior goaltender from a year ago, and have kind of split duties with Evan Foss getting some time as well for the Bears.
Now we'll get a face-off coming here to the left of DiMartino. 9:38 to go, second period of play. 4-0 White Bear Lake leading in this one. The goals have come fast and they've come furious. 2 for Hamstad, 1 for Carroll, and Newpower getting the opening goal inside the first minute of play. Here's Wilkie now, taking it down low behind the goal line. Can be picked up further for Wilkie onto the half wall. Gallatin pinching down. Wilkie spins down low behind the goal line, off the boards to Gallatin. Shot on, blocked nicely there by the defense of Osell. 4 block shots now for the Titans. A turnover here, and the puck can get leaked out through center. We'll get an icing call here. The Tartan side wanting a tripping minor against Gallatin. No such call will come, though.
Yeah, for a second there, I thought that maybe it was a delayed penalty call. Good no call. I think Gallatin just went down, wasn't trying to do anything malicious, but just got caught up and maybe pushed it onto the ice and into the legs of a Tartan player. Boy, how about a program like White Bear Lake getting a kid like Gallatin already committed to Duluth? With so many good programs in the area, it's a great sign for a school like White Bear Lake to be able to get a kid like this. And I mean, you see the success that this senior top line has had, and probably how they've grown the program with those great players. And you hope it's going to be a traditional thing here with White Bear Lake, as they are one of the historically good programs here in the state.
Of course, Gallatin, part of the AA Bantam Championship team from a season ago, along with Billy Rose, Grant Hofeld, so on and so on. Of course, that entire team still not up here at the varsity level, and they'll get some more reinforcements coming into next season as well, Sam.
Yeah, and how about that, you know, from a standpoint of learning to win together. You know, you talk about they're a championship team. Hey, they've won a championship. Yeah, it might not have been at the varsity level, but you get a sense of what it's like. You understand what it takes to win, and that's something that when you get up to the varsity level, it really translates if you've had that experience together, and especially if you've had success.
Stretch pass through the center of the ice. McMurtry sends a shot high, but Paganski rather. It's DiMartino who puts a glove up to make that save.
DiMartino's looked very good here in the second period as well. You know, I talked about maybe White Bear Lake's even playing better hockey, dare I say it, here in the second period, with getting 4 goals in the first. But DiMartino's been there to close the door with any shots on net.
DiMartino on the season, 8-3, a goals against average of 3.3 and a save percentage of .888. So certainly qualified to tend the net. And so far hoping that he can have better results than Bennett Paganski had in this one. As it comes back out to center, O'Brien tried to play it further, defended nicely. Bolin centering pass in front, tried to feed McDonald, but the puck comes back out. Slap pass on, as that was Grant McDonald looking to feed it, couldn't quite do so. Grant and Caleb, the two McDonald brothers on this team, one a senior, the other senior as well, so I would assume that they are twins. As the puck goes onto that half wall, off the stick there, goes back out, shoveling. Best pressure so far for the Titans. This goes all the way back out. Caleb McDonald trying to feed in further as Grant has it now. Grant for Bolin, a little bit too far as a race to the puck on the half wall. Trying to get there as Bolin will tie up Carroll down in low. Carroll trying to play it further along. Austin Carroll, the senior, looking to feed Jenrich. Couldn't find the puck, did Jenrich. That'll be an icing touch-up coming here. 7:26 to go, second period.
Good little stretch there from Tartan as the two top lines were battling. Pressure from the Titans, but nothing doing. Had a couple good looks, but just the pucks just aren't quite going the way for the Titans right now. Something we saw in that quarterfinal matchup last year is that it just didn't seem like it was White Bear Lake's night. Just nothing really kind of went their way. And sort of feeling that way for Tartan with so many things going right with White Bear in that first period. Not enough has gone right for Tartan here in the second, and we're still at 4-0, although a lot of time still left here in period 2.
Of course, White Bear Lake fans would be quick to remember that in 2012, when they were leading the section quarterfinal game against St. Paul Johnson 5-1 following the second period, White Bear Lake would go on to lose that game by a final of 6-5 in overtime. So, as the White Bear Lake fans are familiar, anything can happen when you get to the playoffs. As a puck tied up here on the half wall, Millard can play it for Gallatin further. Off the boards and around, DiMartino stops it behind his own network, can be picked up by Maslowski. Further ahead now, pinching in down from the defense is Millard. Off the boards, looking to get for Wilkie. Wilkie back further, still held in. The puck goes down behind the goal where Maslowski can play it for Tartan. Further up the boards, New Power holding the line before the puck finally leaks out back through center. Gallatin has it now. Stretch pass looking for Wilkie. Wilkie coming on in, a shot goes wide of the gay cage in DiMartino. As the puck held back in, still in the zone, comes back out. We played further. Gallatin around a couple of defenders into the zone. New Power looking for a second one. Shot on, quick save there by DiMartino. Held in though by Billy Rose. Billy Rose another shot, another save for DiMartino. So far, Sam, 9 shots on goal for the Bears in this period. 9 saves for Joey DiMartino.
Good shot there, but yeah, I think DiMartino's going to have that one covered. Man, how about the stick handling of Owen Gallatin? And a nice shot from Billy Rose there, too. You can see why that team was so successful with Bantams. Man, Gallatin showing off some nifty puck handling there.
Rose a quick shot off the face-off, saved by DiMartino. Behind the net to play it is Derek Olson. He'll play it further up ahead now into the attacking zone. Tyler Bushard can play it further. Down in low, Cooper Anderson battling for the puck. Can be played further now. Rose takes a couple of checks, did Meister, as it gets further now. Dan Lyons, the only senior, as we get the offside touch up here, the only senior on this White Bear Lake team to have not scored a goal at the varsity level.
Had 3 years on the team, 6 assists this year, but nothing from the blue line there for Dan Lyons. You know, stranger things have happened. You saw some Tartan players getting their first goals. Or one Tartan player, I should say, getting their first goal against Mounds View. So a good time to get it, maybe. It'll be a good occasion. You gotta love this tournament, Alex. It's almost like we get a state tournament before the state tournament, how good this section tournament is.
Down low, Carroll trying to feed Jenrich in the slot. Puck goes off the end board. Leak back out through center where it can be played by the Titans. Pass looking for the stick of Bertelson into the attacking zone. Turns it over. Delayed offsides call coming. Can be picked up now by the Bears as they'll skate through center ice. Max Jenrich into the attacking zone. Left it for Carroll. Further down and low where Jenrich can play it again. Jenrich skating back around the boards. Looking all the way back to the blue line alone is Lyons. Lyons a shot on, blocked by a stick or a skate rather, of one of the Tartan defenders. Can be played further now by Betts as he goes off the glass back through the center of the ice.
And Lyons has got to let that one rip for us, Alex. I thought we might have a call there. So he had a good chance. He was creeping in on the high slot, but looked like he wanted to pass that one low. Maybe it was the better play.
Quick off the bench is Newpower, a shot and a save by DiMartino there. It's Betts behind the goal line. He'll pick it up. Skating into the defensive zone, looking for an outlet pass. Newpower with a great forecheck to time against the boards. As here's Grant McDonald to pick it up. McDonald a turnover. Newpower left all alone in front. Dishes it for Wilkie. Score! Their first goal from the first. It'll be Nate Wilkie. 5-0 Bears.
White Bear Lake just playing really, really good hockey here in that second period. How about the patience from Newpower and the presence of mind to know that Wilkie will be cutting to the net. Little hesitation here, draws the two defenders over, and right there on the doorstep is that Chase Bill that's getting the credit with the goal, number 26. I couldn't exactly. It was Wilkie, but man, Newpower, that hesitation was what made that play.
Now we'll get play going down here low. 4.25 minutes left to go here in the second period of play. 5-0 now, the new score. White Bear Lake leading this one. Again, a date with the Stillwater Ponies or Hill-Murray Pioneers awaiting them in this one. We'll get a whistle here. We're going to get another penalty against the Bears, I believe.
Yeah, Blake Meister going in to the penalty box. He's a kid who certainly turned up the scoring production this season. 25 points, 12 goals, 13 assists, as he's credited as a third liner, so very good production from Meister Jr. I believe he had an older brother who came through the program. It's a good stuff there. We talked about how, you know, Dan Lyons, third year on the team, senior, doesn't have a goal on varsity. Well, with that top line of Carroll, Hampstead, and Genrich, not a whole lot of goals to go around after that.
Well, the fourth crack on the power play now for the Tartan Titans, as they'll look to simply get on the scoreboard in this one. Onto that far side, Thompson looking to dish it across for Bolin. Puck can't quite find him. It'll be further along the half wall as they'll tie it up now. Long stretch pass looking for Bertelson, who was back offensively. No one seemed to pick him up until it was just in time. Dan Lyons down in low. As here's Millard now with the puck. Back further, racing to it now, Dan Lyons. Lyons turned it over. Quick to the puck are the Titans, though. McDonald, as Grant looks for a shot, blocked in front by Millard. Millard taken down as Hamstad will pick it up through the center of the ice. He'll dump it into the zone. And with that, 60 seconds already gone on this man advantage. Here's O'Brien. Oh, go ahead, Sam.
I was going to say, White Bear Lake playing very cool, very calm and collected. He's doing the right things. You know, Hempstead didn't try to do too much there, dumped it, got off the ice.
McDonald circling with the puck now. That's Thompson, rather. Further back on that far side now. Bolin, a shot blocked by the Bears. McMurtry will pick up the puck and he'll skate it and dump it back out through the center of the ice. Picking up that puck now behind his own goal line, Caleb McDonald to get there. Skating 3-on-3 into the attacking zone. 20 seconds left to go on this man advantage. Puck deep, goes wide of the pads of Uremovich. This play will continue. Still kept alive down in that corner where McMurtry has it. Battling for it. 4 seconds, 3, 2, and 1. And the Bears successfully killing off this penalty again. A perfect 4 for 4 on the penalty kill today.
Yeah, came into the game 88% penalty kill, and maybe want that number to be a little bit higher, although this White Bear team plays a lot of good competition. But so far 100 here tonight.
Now Meister had the puck, turned it over. Quick shot from Hofeld down in low. Meister can pick it up again. Meister tied up. You hear Sayer looking for a holding call. I think he's going to get it. Down in low, the Titans touch the puck, and all of a sudden White Bear Lake on the power play for the second time tonight.
Yeah, interesting that neither of the guys in stripes closest to the play called anything there, but the call comes in nonetheless. I was going to be surprised if that one was going to let go, and I think another just frustration play there from Tartan. Looks like Tartan, excuse me, Solheed going in to the box for 2 minutes.
So we've got 1:38 here. It'll be an abbreviated power play for White Bear. Gallatin dishing it across. Looking for Klein. Nice pass there as Jenrich is able to play it down low. Carroll has it. He'll get it further for Hamstad. Too far. Gallatin will play it at the blue line again. Gallatin chipped in down low. To be played now for Hamstad. Hamstad to O'Brien. Klein rather. Klein will have to play it again. Further down and low, back to the blue line, wide open, Gallatin. Jenrich now, shot goes wide down here in the last minute of the second period. Almost too many skaters for the Bears. Gallatin picks that puck up in the defensive zone.
Yeah, it looked like Austin Carroll came off real gingerly for White Bear Lakes offside there. I think he's going to be okay. Maybe just got the wind knocked out of him or something, but that's going to be something as we look ahead to the third period here, Alex. White Bear Lake, a nice lead. You don't want to say that anything's over here in the playoffs, but you might want to start limiting some minutes for some of these top line guys. And we're looking ahead to maybe an appearance in the final on Friday.
Should the score hold, it would be White Bear Lake's first appearance in a section final since the 2012-2013 season, where they lost 1-0 to the Hill Murray Pioneers. In the attacking zone, carried the puck, turned it over to the Titans, but Boland's able to pick it up for Tartan on that far side. A nice check there by Alice to keep him off. And 1 minute left to go here on the penalty to the Titans. Chipped in further, goes back out, and White Bear Lake content to wind it down in their own defensive zone. Replayed now by Alice. Up on the near side now for Wilkie with the latest goal for White Bear Lake into the attacking zone. Played further, looking for McMurtry. Still down in low. There's a battle for it there. Billy Rose all the way back to the blue line. Held in now. Wilkie with a chance. Great pass down in low, looking for Billy Rose. It's cleared out by the Titans, and that should do it as the clock winding down here in the second period of play. Well, Sam, much of the same here for the White Bear Lake Bears and the Tartan Titans in this matchup.
Yeah, pretty comprehensive effort so far for the Bears, up 5-0. Thought they played great hockey there in the second period and didn't call their goalie Uremovich's name a whole lot. Didn't call it a whole lot in the first period. Certainly, probably even less in the second period. And if you're Tartan, that's not something you want. Crazy things have happened in postseason, but trailing 5 goals going into the final period, it's going to be quite a mountain to climb for Tartan.
Well, we'll be back. We'll see if the Titans can do it or if the Bears will hold on. This is your home for Titan and Bear boys hockey on SEC Sports.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool. To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
I'll be right back. Hi! You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
Got a lot of good highlights for you on an all-new episode of Sports Path right here on SEC.
Yeah, it'll be action-packed, so get your snacks. We're out here covering all the winter sports, and it's coming to a close.
Yeah, it's hard to believe a few teams have even ventured into the postseason this winter. We'll get you all caught up on that. Follow me. We're headed down the Sports Path.
Back the other way, trickles through and they score. Ran out of ice, you know, he had a breakaway scoring opportunity.
And they score!
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Back here, start of the third period of play. White Bear Lake leading this one by a score of 5-0. Sam, let's talk about the Tartan Titans. Second straight year in the section semifinals. Second straight year, you're kind of getting blown out. What's the message to Tartan?
You know, it hasn't gone your way so far, but you beat this team a year ago. You're a team that can score the puck. You got 17 minutes. Let's just start racking them up and see where this thing goes. You know, just build momentum. You're going to need it to get to 5, so just start getting more shots, I think, is another key as we take a look at some of those statistics through 2 periods.
Well, the one that certainly jumps out at us is the shots on goal differential, 21-9 in shots on goal. So far, both teams 0 for 6 combined on the power play as well. Certainly something that they'll look forward to as they move forward in this action.
Yeah, and through the first 2 periods, really the only time that Tartan's been threatening is when they've been on the man advantage and haven't been able to pull one in the net, so not looking like their night so far, but still got 17 minutes to go. And great atmosphere at Aldrich Arena as always. And some players with careers on the line, so you never know.
As you may have seen on my Twitter account today as the puck dropped on the third period, White Bear Lake, after leading through the second period of play, they are 20-0, having not even been tied or even brought back into that deficit following 2 periods of play. Meanwhile, on the other side for Tartan, after trailing the second, a little bit rocky for them, 1-2, so not used to being in this position as a shot on goal saved there by DiMartino. The White Bear Lake penalty officially killed off as play will continue now down in low. Bears looking to force this one to running time. They can do so with a 6th goal. Hamstad walking in, held in by Carroll. Puck goes here now to Jenrich. Jenrich's shot off the glove goes to the corner and can be played in now as Jenrich holds it against the boards. Still tied up now along the boards. Can be played further now. Jenrich lost it. Hamstad has it now, looking for Jenrich again. Can be played out now. Thompson held in before it leaks out now as Carroll picks it up at the center ice. And so far, Sam, much more of the same. White Bear Lake getting the puck and doing with what they want with will in the attacking zone. Here's McMurtry now, a shot and a save by DiMartino. We'll get a face-off coming here. 15:48 to go in this third period.
Yeah, sorry, Alex, just wanted that chance to develop there a little bit. But yeah, you know, I was going to say I've been really impressed with White Bear Lake after the 4-goal first period lead. Came out really flying in the second period, didn't let up here in the third period. You know, that's something you worry about going into the dressing room. It sometimes can almost be a worse thing for a team that's doing so well like White Bear was in the first period. But they didn't let up, had the same energy, and stayed focused, which is great to see if they were to progress in this tournament.
Well, the puck can be played further along now as Alice plays it further up ahead. Now Rose has it. McMurtry again. McMurtry tried to center it for Rose, couldn't do so. Meister looks to get to the puck, shoves off the defender Bouchard playing down in low. It's tied up in the corner, 2-on-3 in favor of the Titans down low. Played back further, taken down. It'll be a delayed call, kind of a late arm up by the official. It'll be Bouchard going to the box as the Titans touch up.
Yeah, and I think there might have been something there. We'll take a look. Saw Tartan committing a few frustration penalties in that second period. You hope that doesn't continue here, but might have had one again. It's Bouchard for Tartan. He's going to be heading to the penalty box. I think just the shove in the back gets him into the sin bin. And yeah, you know, we saw an early penalty for Tartan in the second period. Didn't cost them necessarily on the scoreboard, but doesn't help the cause because you can't really do much on offense against this White Bear team.
Here's Jenrich down and low. Gallatin sends it further. Over 2 so far, the Bears on the power play. The high stick waved off, and the Titans can send it down the length of the ice, where Uremovich will have to play the puck for one of the few times in this game, which he's done so tonight.
Called his name sparingly in the first, really rarely in the second. And that's all he's going to have to do here in the third. It's going to be pretty comfortable for White Bear.
The puck goes up into play. Can be gathered by a couple of White Bear Lake younger students. And play will continue in the defensive zone for the Titans. Of course, something else to talk about for this Tartan Hockey Club. New head coach Cole Leitch promoted to the varsity head coach after being the junior varsity head coach for a long time. Certainly a great season this year for the Tartan Titans.
Absolutely. I think the continuity of keeping, the coach, promoting from within the program, I should say, that's the reason they've had success on the ice. They've been able to kind of continue things. They've obviously had a cupboard stocked with some nice talent for Leitch to take over. But yeah, great to, when you see it stay within the program. Guy knows the team, knows the school.
As the puck in front has to be covered there by DiMartino. 1:08 left to go in this man advantage for the Bears.
You see that a lot with Tartan too. The head basketball coach, Mark Klingsporn, has been there for about 26 years. They, on the basketball court, 20 seasons in a row this year, got to 20 wins. That's a pretty incredible stat. Tartan, not only just a hockey school.
Of course, the Titans reaching 17 victories on the ice for at least the second consecutive year. A team which I know I've been certainly very strong on for the duration of the season. Of course, unfortunately, it looks like their season will end here tonight, but certainly a strong campaign for the Titans, and we'll look forward to seeing what they have on the ice again with them next year. As Gallatin picks the puck up coming down from the blue line to the half wall, trying to play it further, can be held in before being cleared out. 38 seconds left to go on the man advantage for White Bear Lake. Left behind dangerously, Uramovich has Klein pinch it further for Hamstad. Hamstad with 2 goals on the night, leaves it for Klein. Klein spins around one as the Bears slowly taking it up ice. Hamstad further for Genrich. Genrich, our player to watch, 27 goals on the season for him. Down and low now as Klein sends it across for Genrich. Shot off the post into the far half wall.
And see why he's netted a few goals. Sorry, Alex, with the time to wind up there. That puck had eyes. Unfortunately, just off the bar.
As the Titans regain full strength, perfect on the power play into the attacking zone. Here's Hamstad picking it up. Hamstad score! 3 on the night. Here come the Hats. 6-0 White Bear Lake.
Well, you see Chase Hamstad there. He's got the C on the sweater, certainly playing like it tonight, leading the way. 3 goals. And White Bear Lake up 6 now. And you love to see that. I was excited for White Bear Lake to start. Sam Newpower, a member not of this top line, got the goal scoring, and I thought that might be an indication that it could be White Bear Lake's night. All the other goals have come from that top line, so, if they're able to produce like that, I guess you don't necessarily need the production from the other lines, but great to get it as well. And Hamstad not disappointing, showing why he's one of the leaders of this team and why they're so good. 3 goals on a big stage like this. He is not messing around.
It is 6 goals the deficit for the Titans as a result due to the rules. It will be a running clock the rest of the way unless the Titans are able to score a goal. Goals coming 3 for Hamstad, 1 for Carroll, 1 for Newpower, and 1 for Wilkie to pace this White Bear Lake offense tonight. Wilkie plays it down further, looking for Newpower. Can be picked up now by Solheim for the Titans. Solheim has the same hockey stick that I do, so a fun fact involved there as Wilkie chips it back in. Kind of a late check on Wilkie there. It goes to the corner, Solheim to play it. Looking further up ahead now as Kistner can play. Goes way back down and low where Cashin has it. Comes to the half wall. Bears looking to add to their lead. Still not calling off the Dogs. Bill with a shot. Comes to Newpower on the boards, tied up nicely there by Bertelson as Newpower regains possession off the boards for Ollis. Ollis, a shot goes wide from the blue line. Gallatin playing down and low, taken down, no call needed there, and it comes back out now. Ollis certainly looking for his team to touch up. He'll dump it in and the White Bear lines will change. Down and low, racing for the puck. They'll get there first. Here's Meister. Meister trying to get it further to the wall. Intercepted now by the Titans. They'll chip it up further, looking for Blank. Blank couldn't carry it into the zone with him. We'll get a offsides touch-up coming here.
White Bear Lake able to, you like to get that 6th goal. I think able to get feel more comfortable getting a few more players on the ice. We sort of discussed that at the end of last period. You have the 5-goal lead. You want to balance, obviously securing the victory with maybe getting some players on the ice, getting some of your star players off the ice, getting them out of danger a little bit. Certainly getting that 6th goal kind of helps that comfort.
Well, Gallatin will get the puck off the wall. He'll send a bouncing shot wide of the net. Looking down low further for McMurtry as it goes back now on that half wall. Here's Billy Rose looking back for Gallatin. He'll keep it in off of a nice deflection there by Jake Betts. Pass in front looking for Meister. Hits off of one of the catwalks here at Aldrich Arena. We'll get a face-off coming as some of the little Titans look to go swarm in the puck.
Yeah, there's quite a race for that puck. Not sure who's going to win it.
Well, you may have heard the announcement over the PA system here. The ticket sales for that Section 4A championship game, which certainly looks like White Bear is on their way to that one. It will be 9-2 here at Aldrich Arena on Thursday. And then if any tickets are remaining, and of course, should it be something like White Bear Hill Murray, you can assume that tickets may sell out on that Thursday. But any additional tickets, sales will start at 3 p.m. and they will keep running until all the tickets are out. So if you're interested in coming out here for this section championship, which will more likely than not sell out, please make sure that you make that part of your schedule.
See, that's what I'm talking about, Alex, with this being sort of an additional state tournament. How about that for a section tournament? You got pre-sale tickets anticipating a sellout. This is quite a tournament, and shows you what hockey means to people here in Minnesota.
As the puck will go the length of the ice, we'll get an icing call coming here. 9:34 and count and go third period. You know, Sam, I mentioned last year, and I don't know if I've mentioned it on the broadcast last year, but last year's Section 4AA championship game, Hill Murray Stillwater, there were ticket scalpers outside for that one, asking for $50 a ticket just to get into the arena for this game.
I believe it. You know, I've been a part of some of these matchups where this arena is pretty dang packed, so no surprise there. I mean, I guess a little surprise, because that's a pretty hefty price to pay for some high school hockey. Don't have the luxury of the space of the XL Energy Center here, but man, with stuff like that happening, you might have to move this section tournament to the XL.
Of course, many long-standing hockey fans in Section 4AA remember the tournament days back at the State Fair Coliseum, a loud and raucous venue at the time.
Yeah, someone that never got a chance to see a game in there, Alex. Seeing some footage of past years, I'm a little disappointed that that is no longer the case. It looks like the perfect size venue and it's sort of a classic hockey venue, befitting of postseason hockey here.
The puck's picked up by the Bears again. Kuyava now, as the Bears definitely will start to roll their four lines. Down in low, Mazowski can play it for Tartan. They'll skate up through center ice. Shifting weight from one edge to the other, picked up by New Power temporarily before it can get chipped in further by the Titans. Here's Klein now, given some pressure there by Maines for the Titans. They tie up 2-on-2 aside. Down goes Klein on the coincidental contact. Maines tried to play the puck further, but the Bears can have a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Instead, Bill will dump it in. Did not gain the red line. And we'll get an icing touch-up here.
So we talk about that section final, Alex. You know these teams, you've got a chance to see some of these teams in this section a little bit more than most of us. If you're White Bear Lake, who do you want to see win that other semifinal?
Well, I think it goes both ways. I think that both teams, you have one in a conference opponent in Stillwater, you have one in a long-standing rival in Hill Murray. Certainly you believe you can beat both of them. You've beaten Stillwater twice this year as Uremovich makes a save. You've beaten Stillwater twice, you've beaten Hill Murray once. You certainly know you can beat both of these teams. I think really for White Bear Lake it doesn't matter, but I think if you want a good chance and a great save there by DiMartino, honestly I don't think it matters to the Bears, but for the sake of the rivalry I'd rather have the Pioneers.
Yeah, definitely, you know, you always see them on the schedule. I suppose Stillwater's always on the schedule now with, you know, the conference slate. But yeah, there's something to that White Bear Lake Hill Murray rivalry, and with so much on the line, it'd be certainly a sight to see that matchup.
I'll get the face-off coming here. Here's Bill winning the face-off finally as it goes back to the blue line. Gallatin can play it down in further. Open pass, Kuyava wide open, a shot. Good save there by DiMartino as Chase Bill is first to the puck. Bill off the half wall. Gallatin wristed shot on high, save there by DiMartino. Puck evades a couple of sticks, goes all the way back now to Gallatin. Down in further now, Chase Bill can play it. Bill looking down further for Hofeld, centering pass in front as the Bears establish a net front presence. Down and low, picked up now by Jake Betts for the Titans. Puck flipped back out through center as he was looking for Blank. It's picked up by Millard, so he can send the puck in and the Bears lines can change.
Just been so impressed with this White Bear Lake passing. Such great vision on the ice, and you can just tell that this unit really gels. I mean, I would have to wager that a lot of these players have played together, you know, in years past. The way that they play, you never know. It's certainly a credit to Tim Sager and the coaching staff here at White Bear Lake. These guys just have such, not only do they, you know where someone should be, that player is also there, you know, when they should be.
Gallatin has the puck now through the center ice area. He'll gain the red line. He'll dump it in. DiMartino looked to stop it behind his own net. Goes back out through center. As we get the lines continue to roll for White Bear Lake. Down in low. First to the puck is Derek Olson for the Titans. He's tied up along the boards. The puck's battle is won there by Blake Meister. Meister spinning, looking for an open look. It's blocked nicely by the Titans. Goes all the way back in low. Alice to play it further for New Power. New Power sends it off the net. Meister has it again, and that's Billy Rose rather. Tied up along the boards. Lions holding the puck in. Down in low, further now. Billy Rose looking for a chance. New Power now with the toe drag, still holding that puck. New Power, part of a long tradition of hockey history here in the White Bear Lake area. Of course, tons of siblings in White Bear Lake hockey with great degrees of success. As the puck can be chipped out off the half wall back to center where the Titans can play it. Long pass looking there for Bolin can be played now. The corner half wall there, saved by Uremovic. Puck goes down in low. Grant McDonald looks to play it. Down in low. Bolin to the puck. Trying to shake off the defense of Alice. Back further. Can be played further along now. Down in low. As play will continue. Osell down here. 4:12 left to go in this third period of play. White Bear Lake leading this one 6-0. Bill trying to deke around the defense. It is offside. And we'll get a face-off coming into the neutral zone.
So, Alex, you know, both Hill Murray, Stillwater, I believe, under 500 overall on this season. You think going into that, this is looking great for White Bear Lake in this final. But maybe some danger there with teams maybe a little bit unassuming. You hope if you're White Bear Lake, not going to overlook the opposition. As, yeah, these teams are having a down year this year, but I think they should know better than anyone how good those teams really are, how good those programs are. And
we got a chance here. Cuyaba with a shot on goal, saved by DiMartino. But like you were saying there, Sam, a good point that you have is that a lot of people around this team feel like the Bears may be a little bit overconfident as we look at the save here by DiMartino. Excellent in relief for the Titans, replacing Bennett Pagansky after the first period. Of course,
Cuyaba's been putting in some nice shifts as well, made a couple nice passes and got into a great spot right there.
But of course, when you look at the Stillwater Ponies, it's tough to beat a team 3 times in a given year, as teams like Edina, Minnetonka will tell you that. But even Hill Murray, you can't count out a Bill Lechner coach team in the month of March, and that's maybe what they have to do.
Well, it's so hard not to look at this White Bear Lake team, see the success they've had, and say, you know, this really looks like their year. You know, it's hard for young players to not sort of fall back on that, fall back on the things they've heard. Of course, now we're getting articles in the Star Tribune, and I've heard members of their coaching staff not terribly thrilled with those articles coming out before they've actually won anything or done anything. But getting that win against Roseville on Saturday certainly will help. Getting the win here will certainly help their pursuit as they go deeper into the postseason. But a very good team, you just worry about how, you know, those programs that this section has. Somewhat sleeping giants, even with, you know, those regular season records. It doesn't really matter what you do in the regular season.
Now we'll get a whistle here. I believe we had a player for the Bears in the blue paint of the Titans. As we'll get the face-off coming here in neutral ice. Can be won now. Millard will play it down and further below where it can be touched up again by DiMartino. Off to that far wall where it can be played by Bertelson. Gallatin holds the line. Played in further. Hofeld trying to pick it up. Couldn't quite do so. And McDonald's able to make that play there. Shots on goal in the period, Sam. A little one-sided. 11-1 in favor of the Bears.
Yeah, we mentioned it. Haven't called Uremovic's name a whole lot in period 2. Haven't said really his name at all here, period 3.
Now the face-off hasn't happened yet as the play will continue now. Meister taking the puck into the zone, tried to stick handle around one defender, couldn't quite do so. DiMartino making the save here for the Titans. A minute and change left to go here, third period of play. Fans starting to file out of Aldrich Arena as this one certainly well in hand from the opening minute.
Yeah, it's nice that Tartan was able to get DiMartino in there, a couple senior goaltenders. able to make an appearance, and for Bragansky, you know, really unfortunate. Sure didn't have the night that he had hoped. One of the captains of this Tartan team, but you know, he should really hang his hat on. You know, it wasn't his night tonight, but last year getting that shutout against this White Bear Lake team, they were a very good team last year as well. Kid had a great career, nothing to hang his head about.
Down to the last 30 seconds, we'll get a whistle. And we have an interference penalty coming up here in the late stages of the game. Nice job of the officials to call it consistently throughout the game.
And with the running clock, it's a bit of a matter of fact here, or
we'll get 10 seconds and counting here. The face-off in the defensive zone for the Bears. It's a penalty against Billy Rose. 2 minutes won't matter at this point. Turnover, shot, score! At the buzzer, the Titans get on the scoreboard. That's how Nick Bolin won his career with the Titans. A 6-1 final here at Aldrich Arena.
Well, that's special. You know, not a great game for Tartan, not the way they would have liked it, but Bolin had such a good career, a lot of scoring, and he caps it off in style right there. And if you're White Bear Lake, yeah, you don't get the shutout, but I guess you won't mind letting Tartan get a little consolation here. Nice finish from Bolin. Kid can do it.
Well, a positive note to the end of the Titan season, but the Bears will advance to play in the Section 4AA final on Friday, either against the Stillwater Ponies or the Hill-Murray Pioneers. Sam, what are your takeaways from this game?
Well, first of all, it's been a pleasure to be a part of this Section 4 2A tournament. And this White Bear Lake team appears to me to be as good as advertised. We talked about they had a little bit of a let up in their first game. Definitely started out the game super flat, going down 2 goals. Were able to battle back through that, get the win. And they looked a lot sharper here tonight, and they look to be the team to beat without a doubt coming to that final on Friday.
Well, thank you for joining us here from Aldrich Arena. For Sam Erickson and our entire SCC Sports production crew, I'm Alex Westad. Your Bears advance to the Section 4AA final. This is your home for Bears and Titans hockey here on SCC Sports.